Veterans, in this video, I'm going to show you how many of our clients are taking a portion of their VA disability compensation and using it to triple the lifetime value of that benefit, tax-free, while also creating a massive legacy for their families, even if they're starting at 40 years old with no savings. Before we get into the numbers, though, I want to address something up front. VA disability compensation is earned. It's not a handout. It's not welfare. And it's not taking advantage of taxpayers. It is compensation for injuries or conditions that are connected to our service. Now, this doesn't mean we can't work. It means that many of us have limitations that affect the type of work that we can do. So what I'm going to show you today is not a trick, it's not a loophole, and it's not easy money. This requires discipline, consistency, and long-term thinking. But if you're willing to do that, you can build real wealth for your family. So I'm Dan Farnsworth, retired naval officer and founder of VictoryX Financial. Now let's get into it. Okay, so here's what VA compensation looks like today for a veteran with no dependents. A 50% rating is about $1,102 per month. 70% is about $1,759 per month, and 100% rating is about $3,831 per month, and it's all tax-free. Now, most veterans treat this money as spending cash, right? Groceries, car payments, bills. It just gets absorbed. But if you do nothing, this income pretty much ends when you do. There's no growth, there's no retirement income, no legacy benefit. But if you take just a portion of this compensation and reposition it strategically, you can turn it into a retirement income asset and a generational wealth tool. That's the goal. So how does this all work? Well, we use what we call the RETIREMAX ELITE tax-free growth strategy. And here's what we do. You reposition, let's say, $1,000 per month of VA compensation into a properly structured, maximum funded indexed universal life policy that we design under IRS code 7702. So we're not buying life insurance for the insurance itself here. We're using life insurance as a tax-exempt growth vehicle. Now, to maximize growth, we start with a low death benefit, usually around $200,000 at age 40. And that keeps the insurance costs as low as possible, which means that more of your contribution goes directly into cash value. And that cash value is linked to an index like the S&P 500 with a 0% floor and sometimes higher, meaning that you cannot lose money to market downturns. So if the market drops 20%, your account might get 0 or 1% for that year, but you never go backwards. And then when the market rises, your account participates in the gains. So later, when you begin taking income, you use tax-free policy loans while your principal keeps compounding as if it were never touched. Now, this is the same borrowing against an asset model that wealthy families have used for generations. Now, if this is making sense so far, go ahead and take a second to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a fellow veteran, because one share can change someone's future. All right, now let's get into some real numbers. So let's say you're 40 years old with 80% disability, okay? You redirect $1,000 per month, so that's $12,000 a year, right? And you do this from age 40 to 65, so 25 years. So the total amount that you redirected was $300,000 total, right? And at age 65, your projected values are about $735,000 in tax-free cash value and about $895,000 in tax-free death benefit. So at that point, you stop funding the policy and you begin tax-free retirement income withdrawals. Now, your tax-free retirement income from the policy is approximately $64,000 per year. And here's something even better. At age 65, you also reclaim the full $1,000 per month you were redirecting this whole time. And with cost of living adjustments, that amount is likely even higher by then. But conservatively, that's an additional $12,000 a year back in your pocket. So your total retirement benefit becomes $64,000 tax-free plus the $12,000 reclaimed income, which is about $76,000 per year, all tax-free. And if you live to age 85, you will have taken approximately $1.5 million in tax-free retirement income. And your family will still receive at least $500,000 tax-free when you pass away. That is a total tax-free financial impact of over $2 million from just $300,000 of redirected VA compensation. Now let's compare this to simply doing nothing. If all you do is spend the VA compensation each month, you're still going to receive about $595,000 total by age 85. But when you pass, the benefit ends. There's nothing left behind. Now, with the RETIREMAX ELITE strategy, you receive about $1.5 million in lifetime tax-free income, plus another $500,000 tax-free for your family at the end of your life. So that's over $2 million tax-free. It's more than triple the original value. So just to recap, we're not adding another bill to our lives. We're simply redirecting a portion of income that you already receive. The strategy allows you to grow your money tax-free, protect it from market losses, create tax-free retirement income, and leave behind a tax-free legacy for your family. This is how you convert income into wealth and wealth into generational security. So if you'd like to see what these numbers look like for your age, your rating, and your situation, go ahead and book a free call using the link below or in the description. There's no cost at all for the consultation. Even if we don't work together, you will walk away with a clear financial roadmap. Look, our mission at Victory X is simple. Educate, equip, and empower, serving those who serve. So I'm Dan Farnsworth. This is Victory X Financial. I'll see you in the next video. Stay sharp, stay ready.